Welcome back, everyone. Part 5 of the 60 Edsel restoration. I don't know. We're trying to fix her up. So last time we did the brakes, and well, we did lots and lots of work. Lots of things had to happen in the last video. So this week we're going to try to get the booster off, get it apart, see what's going on with it, and maybe do a couple other things. So stick around. Okay, guys, and also peep the fluid nightmare that's coming out of this thing. So, of course, let's take some Walmart rebuild here and we'll touch her up.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think I got it somewhere. Oh, well, I figured out an 18mm with the hammer. It's enough to lock this, square nut in place. Maybe. You guys can watch here, maybe. I'm pretty sure the stud's not moving, so about 1,000 threads later, we'll have this nut off, maybe. Well, 10 years later, feels like. So I'm turning the bolt for her nut for 20 minutes, felt like. Got it. Whoa! Okay. Oh, 64 booster. Tell me your secrets. Well, guess I'll dig into this whole girl and see what's going on with this that's stopping it from moving back and forth really. It may just be corroded inside of it. Not too sure. So I'm gonna take it apart carefully and see what I can find out. So they're all flatheads, it looks like. So I'll just start by taking all these out. Maybe. I shouldn't have known that would be easy. Alright, so I have a new idea. Since trying to do it by hand wasn't working, I thought of another solution. See, this one's loose now, right, guys? How'd I do it? A little bit of impact action. So I'm gonna be careful and try to break all these loose without stripping them and get it apart. Okay, guys, got the booster here. These are seized like crazy, so I'm gonna put a little heat, some heat blaster on them, try to get them broke free. So I got me a big can of it, filled up a little spray bottle, and I'm gonna soak these down, torch on them, and see if I break these free. Alright, guys, well, we're a few deep, and I found a solution to make these come out a lot easier. It's pretty obvious, obviously, is it's a little heat, because I can rattle them with the impact and they won't do nothing, right? And it's apply a little heat to the back side of it for a little while, and I'll put the impact on. You'll see. Let's just try the screwdriver for our first attempt here. Look at that. By hand. It's just a little bit of heat, and all of a sudden it's by hand. And I know that's obvious, but like, it's pretty surprising because these suckers like tight. Okay, I'm holding the camera with one hand, so this is one hand, rusty screw number 8. Yep, there it goes. This is one hand turning this rusty screw. So we're about to have this apart. Okay, guys, and also peep the fluid nightmare that's coming out of this thing. So being open for so long, I don't know what the hell happened, but it's full of some nasty stuff. All right, get these last couple screws off. One. Got it. Okay. So this will be our first look at the inside of this cylinder together. Oh. Okay. So here's the backing plate, which is disgusting. And our little push rod, which is there. Oh boy, look at this thing. That was grit. Oh boy. I don't have a good feeling about this being any good now. Oh. Okay. Well, here it is. Look at that. You can see a line on it from the water and sediment that was sitting in here. Oh boy. This is bad. Oh boy. Ouch. Got our spring. Look at that. Some soup. More like weed killer. Oh boy. Well guys, I guess it kind of makes sense why it was hanging up on me. Darn cylinder was just full of crap. But this looks fairly simple. Oddly enough, in here this piece doesn't have a hose clamp or nothing on it. And this hose here fits on it, but it's all swelled up. So I don't know if it, how would you have a good power brake seal if this hose is like this, loose? But in Ella's fashion here, oh crap, in my fashion here, I could buy a new one, I could buy a rebuild kit, but let's try to fix it first. That's my, I like these old cars. You can take these apart and you can try to fix what's here. So I'm gonna let slop flushed out of it, and I'm gonna put it on the bench and see if we put it back together. All right, guys, we got some gas here. We got our dirty parts. Let's clean up this. Let's let this booster. So I'm gonna drop these screws right into the gas so they can get cleaned up, all that grime. Spring, same thing. This gas is the universal cleaner, and you'd be surprised how well it does, especially on these old cars and all these old parts. You may disagree with me, but that's okay. Everyone has an opinion, right? Okay, let's start with probably our biggest culprit here. I'm take my little scrubber here and add some gas to the mix, and I don't want to scratch this up because it's I'm not no expert, but I'm assuming that this cylinder has to be smooth, like a wheel cylinder, match cylinder. And if you were to, I were to mar it up with a wire brush that was actual wire brush, I'd probably ruin it. So my plan is to take off as little material as possible and as easy and light as possible. Okay, see, there's a bit of, yeah, that ain't good. Not good at all. Oh boy. I'm not sure if it can be saved, but we'll try. We have is this arm doesn't like to go up and down like it should. It's a fight. You see, I gotta pry with a screwdriver just to move it. Thinking maybe the shaft's gotta come apart and be cleaned so we get, you know, easy movement with the pedal. So let's do that too. All right, I got on the vise. I got it moving freer. Decided to punch out the slide that it ran on. Very corroded, very rusty. So I'm gonna clean this up, put it back in, see if we get clear movement with the actual part in the booster. Alright, now that I got this cleaned up, I greased the main rod here. And now I'm cleaning up these other little rods to make sure they move freely. Then I'll reassemble the whole thing. Okay guys, I'm gonna call this a success. You see I got a rod through here. Moves free enough if I do it by hand. Should be plenty for the brake pedal now. Let's finish rebuilding this. I zipped out each end of this hose since it's all basically loose and just swelled up from age. And then reassemble this and we'll see if it springs, if it moves, if it works. Anybody can replace a part or whatever, but not everybody can fix what's already there. Takes a little bit of skill and a little bit, you know, problem solving, to fix stuff that's broken and be able to repair it rather than just replace. So let's throw this booster on and see if I can pump my brakes up now. Alright everyone. Whew. It's dark out here, so I got the light. Booster's been cleaned up and throw it on the firewall. Alright, while I'm here, I'm gonna hit all these studs on the firewall with the wire brush on the drill. Clean the threads up as much as possible and lube them, so hopefully when I put the booster back on, I won't have to fight so hard to get it threaded back on. Well, we got our 4 nuts secured to the firewall. Our booster is on. So, of course, let's take some Walmart rebuild here and we'll touch her up. We'll call her a full rebuild. You know, you gotta paint it, you know, of course. Oh, it's like it's OEM, never just straight out the factory. There it is, guys. Brand new used. Oh no. Homemade rebuilt booster. See if the pedal returns now. Alright guys, booster's hooked up. Let's see if our brake pedal, well, it's not on the floor. Look at that. She returns. I think we are on track to have brakes. That's all for tonight. Working in the dark's no fun, so get some done tomorrow. Alright everyone, got the booster on, got the pedal to return. I'm gonna do a little clip of that here.
Why is it 3 cups?
Okay, so as you saw, the booster moves around like it should. So now we're gonna put on our master cylinder and see if these brakes will pump up. Alright everyone, we got our master cylinder bolted up, boosters working, hopefully. So now we just gotta put our little fitting in here, our hook line up, and see if we got brakes. Okay, booster's hooked up and the master's hooked up. I figured while we're at it, let's get a little bit more paint. You know, spruce it up a little bit. Cause you know, the rust ain't cool. Just make it look a little bit more presentable, that's all. Okay, there we go. Brand new master cylinder. Alright, let's hook this line up. Let's verify this brake pedal is working. Okay, here it goes. Oh no! Holy crap! Did it just... Woo! Holy... Oh, it didn't leak. I had it wide open, and tell you what, it wasn't doing that before. Wow! See all that pressure? Yeah. I just sprayed the whole... Dang. Okay, let's put the line on and let's get... Alright everybody, well, hooked it up, not pumping up, so take all the bleeders out each wheel cylinder, hook the line back up, I'm going to pump the brake, see if fluid's getting in any of the wheels first, because something's not right here. Alright, I think we're on the right track, so keep an eye out here for fluid, see if we're getting anything here. Oh, yeah, got a stream of brake fluid here. I can see this. Where are you? There it is. So we have fluid to the rears, which makes sense, being how I put a new soft on the rear. New line, so the rear is working. That's a win. I just gotta get the bleeders back in, and well, I'm gonna see if the front to do something. Drum turning. Alright, hit the brakes. Oh. Okay, just driver rear. Oh, alright, hit the brake. Whoa, yep, it's working. Okay, guys. We got back brakes. Well everyone, I got this line cracked up here, and all of a sudden brake fluid's spraying. So I think my soft line's the issue. Sadly, I don't have to try to replace these as they're not cheap and not easy. But that kind of proves it right there. I got issues.
Oh.
Oh what?
Yeah.
Alright everybody, a little update. We have brakes. So we finally got to what we were getting after the last video. And I don't think you guys want to see another video of brake stuff. I mean, you can let me know. Cause this is video 2. What I've left is the soft lines for the front, which won't be here until tomorrow, which will be Friday, so too late for our video for tomorrow. So we're gonna cap the brakes off with the back brakes work. The fronts are plugged up because the soft lines are just bad. I got a couple on the way, and I'll put them in when they arrive, maybe this weekend. So the brakes, we did it. They work. The pedal returns. The booster's been rebuilt. Well, as far as it boosting, I'm not worried about it. My main goal was to get it freed up so I could get brakes up on the car. So we did that. That's awesome. So for one little more thing before we end up the videos, I have just tire brakes. Is we're gonna put a new actuator on the driver's side door, so you put the handle on actually and not have to pull the cord just to you know, open and close it. So I'll show you in just a second. All right, welcome back to the driver's side door of the 60 Edsel. So our problem, so we have the piece here, it's here. It's hard to see, but no matter how much I try, this won't go on. And it's spline shaft, you guys know about it with the clip. And I look at here and I'm like, what is that? It's hard to see, but the splines are damaged. Because a previous somebody put vice grips on it and smashed the spline shaft. I couldn't even force the handle back on it. So I dumped my parts and oh, it's the wrong side. So it is the wrong side. So I'm gonna see if I have the right side of my parts stash. If not, we might have to get a little creative with this. This is a pretty simple replacement. We got a little clip here for our rod, which I'll tend to pop loose. Maybe. Yep, got it loose. Okay, stays with the rod. Got a couple of 1/2" bolts. Like butter. Alright, well, I'll bring you back when I'll get all these loose. Actually, so I see where the part's at. Normally you draw a line so you can get them in the same spot. Since this is rusty, I'm sure there'll be a little rust stain on the backside. We'll use to line up a new one. Alright. Last bolt. Carefully take it loose. Let's pop a rod off of it. Alright. Yeah, if you can see, right there's the burr, and there is damage. So yeah, I probably could have filed these out and fixed it, but I figured since I have a spare one, which isn't much prettier but it should operate, might as well use my parts stash once in a while. Never thought I'd have another 60 Edsel or Ford to use it on, so I don't know. I'm a car hoarder of parts. Why? Hell, I don't know. Oh, not a dummy. Well, let's put the rod on first. So maybe this will work. Hey, look at that. Alright, I'll bring y'all back when I get this tightened up. Right here. Okay, we got our door handle. Let's see if goes on. Look at that. Oh, we have movement. Okay, let's shut the door and see what happens. Alright, let's see if it works. Look at that. Door works. Woohoo!
Could have been stuck.
Alright, guys. Hey, we accomplished something else besides brakes. So, the door opens from the inside now. I don't have the little clip that holds it in, so I'll have to get one eventually, but no more reaching in and grabbing whatever to get the door to open up. I just grab the handle and pull it. So, next time, I have a little surprise. So stay tuned, subscribe, you know all the usual stuff. Thanks for everyone that's been there throughout this whole journey so far, and hopefully we'll see the 60 on the road soon. Step at a time. See you guys later.